Well. I'll tell you this. The NFL definitely knows how to entertain. There's a reason why the NFL has to be the number one sport in the world, probably other than football, as in soccer, all over the world. But man, I'm telling you, this year's NFL playoffs, it is so unpredictable. You know, it's kind of like who is actually going to go to the Super Bowl. But within these playoffs over the last few days, there are 4 quarterbacks, in my opinion, that are overrated when you look at them as it pertains to playoff wins and losses versus how people hype them up. And one of these players is Josh Allen. The other one is Trevor Lawrence. The other one is Jalen Hurts. And finally, for me, and the most overrated quarterback of them all, it is none other than Justin Herbert. And once again, everybody puts him in their top 5 list in the beginning of every season. He has a few good games, and then everybody loses their mind and starts hyping up Justin Herbert. I think this picture that I got over here on X, I think it sums him up perfectly. This picture is from Barstool Sports, and I think it sums it up perfectly. Man. The most overrated quarterback in the NFL is none other than Justin Herbert. G Sports Nation, let's talk about it. Welcome, sports fans and sports haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of the G Sports Nation, where we preach sports. And if you like this video, don't forget at the end to please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live. And we will start going live soon. If you haven't become a channel member subscriber yet, what are you waiting on? This is going to be one of the best places for all things sports. Now let's preach sports. Justin Herbert. I have never understood why Justin Herbert has been so hyped up. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I guess he's the prototypical size quarterback. I mean, you know, he can run the ball somewhat. He's got a really good arm. And for all intents and purposes, let's just be real. In some people's eyes, he actually looks the part. I mean, I really think this photo is a powerful photo as it applies to Justin Herbert, because he looks the part, he has the talent of the part, but he doesn't quite play the part. Let's check out this article over here on Yahoo Sports, and I think it really sums up a lot of things about Justin Herbert. And then we're going to look at some things on X about it. But check this out. It says here inside Justin Herbert's playoff record and stats. How many wins does Chargers quarterback have in NFL career? It says here, since entering the NFL in 2020, Los Angeles Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert has been one of the league's top signal callers. Herbert has done what no other quarterback in NFL history has been able to, setting the record for the most passing yards in their first 5 seasons, most completions through 6 seasons, and being near the top of the list in total touchdowns. Though Herbert has been a premium player in his NFL career, there is one major knock: his performance in the postseason. The Chargers quarterback has yet to win a playoff game, losing all 3 of his appearances. And I still say you have to take his regular seasons with a grain of salt. He's been injured during some of those seasons. I think he posts big numbers against certain teams, but then when he gets against the good teams, doesn't fare as well. But, you know, I think a lot of people do that. They get a lot of stats against teams that are not so good. But I say even during the regular season, I've watched Justin Herbert play. I've watched him play against my Cowboys. I mean, he had a pretty good season this year, but what quarterback didn't have a good season against, what quarterback didn't have a great game against my Cowboys this year? I mean, I don't know of a quarterback that the Cowboys made look bad except for maybe Geno Smith. But Geno Smith was just pretty bad this year. Other than that, I mean, guys had career days. J.J. McCarthy, Caleb Williams, Jacoby Brissett. I mean, I'm not even talking about top tier or what people call top tier quarterbacks, even though we're going to talk about Caleb Williams in another video. But nevertheless, who didn't look good against us? But nevertheless, I digress. Justin Herbert, if you go back and look at the tape, I don't think he's been that great during the regular season. And that's why he gets exposed so bad when you get to the playoffs. It says entering the 2026 season, Herbert's 2 playoff losses had already been historically rough. An infamous collapse from a 27-0 lead against the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2022. I remember that. And a 4-interception disaster in Houston in 2024. I remember that one. I watched it. Things didn't get much better for Herbert against the New England Patriots to cap the 2025 season, as his Chargers team didn't find the end zone in a 16-3 loss. I said this when the Chargers hired Harbaugh. Harbaugh is going to find out the hard way. Justin Herbert is a coach killer. Absolutely a coach killer. Because any coach who coaches him because of the talent and some of the numbers, everybody's expected to win with him. And then when they don't win with him, those coaches, they either get fired or they're pushed out the door because the Chargers organization, they don't want to admit the quiet part out loud, but it can't be Justin Herbert's fault. It has to be everybody else's fault. Well, I think they need to be looking at Justin Herbert. It says, here's a deeper look at the Chargers quarterback's record-setting career and his challenging history in the playoffs. And look at this. 2022, again, they already talked about this. Lost against the Jaguars. 2024, lost against the Texans. 2025, lost against the Patriots. And so it says here, his first playoff start against the Jacksonville Jaguars in January 2023, fresh off a 10-7 start or a 10-7 season with when Los Angeles was the number 5 seed in the AFC. The Chargers dominated the early part of the game, jumping out to a 27-0 lead, but chaos ensued due to a variety of reasons, whether Brandon Staley's coaching, the Chargers offense not performing in the second half, or a personal foul penalty that set up Jacksonville in scoring territory. Los Angeles squandered one of the biggest leads in postseason history and lost 31-30. Yeah, that was also because Justin Herbert couldn't get it in the end zone. It said Herbert performed fine in the loss, completing 25 of 43 for 273 yards and a touchdown, but he received plenty of criticism, especially after Los Angeles scored a lone field goal in the third quarter as Jacksonville rattled off 24 second-half points. Yeah, he couldn't get it in the end zone. I mean, that's just bottom line. It says in his second playoff start, though, Herbert was the center of criticism, and rightfully so. First one, he should have been too. The quarterback threw a career-high 4 interceptions against the Houston Texans. And I remember that season because that was Harbaugh's first season. And one of the things that Harbaugh did is Harbaugh got smart. He took the ball out of the hands of one Justin Herbert, and it gave him a lot of success in 2024. But then when you look at that Houston Texan game, for whatever reason, they put the ball back in his hand and let him go through the air. And he was, don't let me use the word trash. He was terrible. 4 interceptions against the Houston Texans, whose defense dominated the day en route to a 32-12 win. The quarterback was 14 for 32 for 242 yards, a touchdown, and 4 interceptions as Los Angeles was sent home in the wild card round again. And you're seeing a recurring theme with him. No matter how many touchdowns you tell me he has in yards in the regular season, when it comes to the playoffs, he cannot get the ball in the end zone. 1 touchdown against the Jags in the playoffs, 2022. 1 touchdown in 2024 against the Houston Texans. It says most recently Herbert's Chargers team had no answers for the Patriots over the wild card weekend of the 2025 NFL playoffs, 2025-2026 basically. The quarterback finished with 159 passing yards, taking 6 sacks as Los Angeles failed to score a touchdown in a 16-3 loss. Cannot get the ball in the end zone. Herbert was outdueled by Drake May in the defensive showcase. Justin Herbert, playoff stats: 3 games, 0-3, pass attempts 106, pass completions 58, completion percentage 54.7, passing yards 674, passing TDs 2, interceptions 4, sacks 13, carries 13, rushing yards 69, rushing touchdown 0, fumbles 3. I mean, he's just been bad. Just been bad. Says with Herbert's 3 career playoff starts, the statistical ledger from his appearances presents a challenging picture. His overall postseason stat line is partially weighed down by a 4 interception disaster in his second appearance and a low completion percentage across all 3 games. Crucially, while Herbert put forth a solid statistical effort in the 2022 wildcard loss to Jacksonville, that performance is forever overshadowed by the team's historical 27-0 collapse. In his 2026 loss to the Patriots, Herbert took 6 sacks while only able to find consistent offense with his legs. For Herbert and the Chargers faithful, however, the only number that truly matters is the 0-3 record, a mark he desperately needs to erase to validate his standing as an elite quarterback. I really think this is one of the problems with Justin Herbert, because I'm just being honest with you. I've never seen him as an elite quarterback. I've never seen him as an elite quarterback. I've always seen him as a very overrated, overhyped quarterback. Let's look at some of the memes and stuff they put over on X, and then we're gonna get out of here. But I mean, they've been tearing him up on X, and you know, not anything towards him per se, but I say rightfully so for those advocates and pundits who are always trying to put him in the top 5 of every single list, and in the grand scheme of things, he hasn't accomplished anything. Justin Herbert in the playoffs. Check him out. Again, we've already seen this: 58 of 100 out of 106, 674 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 0-3 record. I mean, this is Justin Herbert. I mean, there is no getting around it. And I love the picture. I've already showed you the if man. But again, over here, they continue to tear him up over here on the Flock Opinion. Again, choked a 27-0 lead to the Jacksonville Jaguars through 4 interceptions against the Texans. Only scored 3 points against the New England Patriots. Most coddled player in the league that never gets criticized for being the worst quarterback in January. I mean, you know, you think about it, the Colin Cowherds of the world. I mean, they prop this dude up on pedestals that have to be studied. No accountability for his lack of success. And I still say, even in the regular season, Herbert isn't as good as even a lot of them try to make him out to be. And again, this is over here from Ghetto Grunk. Ghetto Grunk talks about the same thing, and look at what he puts: fraud detected. I mean, it is what it is, man. You know, again, Justin Herbert, man, just being honest, hasn't worked. And I thought this was a very, very good meme over here. I don't know. Looks like it says ticket at Pluto Cooked. Check this out, what he put. This is exactly right. This is the Justin Herbert circle. Plays good for 3 games. Mid the rest of the season, the team is blamed. No doubt about it. Absolute stinker in the playoffs. Gets overrated in the offseason. Playoffs are forgotten. I'm telling you, Justin Herbert is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. Bottom line for me, Justin Herbert. I can think of no one else who is more overrated than Justin Herbert, because whether some of those other quarterbacks may be overrated, like for me, I feel like Josh Allen is overrated. Not because he's not talented, but because he's a turnover machine, and he's been a part of the reason of their lack of success. Jalen Hurts, because he's just not a quarterback. You know, he's not a good quarterback. It's, you know, once you take away his legs, he's done. And so, but at least he's won a Super Bowl. Josh Allen has won games, won playoff games. Trevor Lawrence, another story that needs to be studied, supposed to be generational talent. But at least he was able to beat Justin Herbert. But Justin Herbert, he just gets hyped up because he looks the part, He got the talent, but it never comes to fruition. And I still say it never comes to fruition in the regular season. I still say this is the perfect thing. He has a few good games. The rest are mid, goes to the playoffs, stinks it up, and then everybody forgets about it in the offseason. But in the grand scheme of things, Justin Herbert has failed miserably in the playoffs. And he's overrated. Charger fans, I'm telling you, y'all just gonna have to, man, I don't know what to tell you. This is just something you're gonna have to deal with. But I don't know what's going to break this for Justin Herbert. He's had players around him. He's had defenses. I mean, I think his defense this year is really well. Now they went and got him. Now they went and got him Harbaugh as a head coach. So he's running out of excuses. He's absolutely running out of excuses. Y'all tell me what y'all think, Chargers Nation, NFL Nation. Y'all sound off too. Y'all tell me what y'all think about Justin Herbert. Until the next time, I appreciate y'all. God bless. G Sports Nation. Peace.